we'll go ahead and call this meeting to order. We'll go ahead with the invocation, and then we'll move on to the pledge. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to serve our community. We ask that you guide us and lead us in a direction that will better serve the community that we represent. We ask that you be with us and help us make correct and honest decisions, and be open and transparent and be fair to all citizens involved. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. You know that sometimes it's almost get two of them confused.
I say it too often.
I know. Well, I did every day for 41 years.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Does anyone want to speak in the area of citizen comments?
No, sir.
Good Lord.
Yes, we do. Excellent. Walk right by. Sweet back. Look at this.
Tommy.
Hey, it's all right. I had LASIK and I went back into glasses, so don't feel that bad.
Like I said, does anyone want to speak under the citizen comments? If not, we'll go on to the. We have minutes for the to approve for the February 23rd meeting. And does everyone have a copy of that? Okay. I'll give you a moment to look it over, and then I'll accept the motion to approve the budget. Would anyone like to move to approve the minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Okay. Motion by Kirsty.
Second the motion.
Second by Megan. All those in favor? Okay. I'll go ahead and sign these. There you go. Okay, the next thing on the agenda is presentation and discussion of new business. And item A is a brief, okay. There you go.
Thank you.
By interim facility and events manager or designee, and discussion and possible action by the board about monthly reports related to usage, rentals, tenants, daily operation of the event center, and any changes or action needs to be taken, including status of any repairs.
Ready?
You're on target.
Okay, so we're gonna kind of go over everything. I'll start from the top and work down. I put where you all are sitting, just kind of a budget analysis from the finance director. It shows the year to date on rentals, and then your expenses as well when it comes to supplies, your contract employees and stuff like that. Your sales tax, which you've collected so far with the hotel motel tax money, that falls under you all as well. So that's what you'll see there. Let's see. You have your gym rental, your concession cells, and that is up to March, is what she told me. So, and we seem to be right on target with it because she has notes at the bottom that we've collected 54.27% of our budgeted revenues. And that's pretty good because we're right at mid-year for our fiscal year because we run October to September. So we're looking good. Just to kind of bring you all up to date, I'm not sure if you all are aware, we did take to council last week to get an approval to go to move forward on an emergency procurement because the AC units here are in need of being repaired. If you all remember, last year about this time, we had to replace 2 units. So that left us with 20 more units to repair. We do have 2 that are in bad shape, and they've kind of repaired them just to kind of hold us over. We have submitted our order already to replace the other 20 units. Depending on the size of the unit, that'll say how long before we'll get them in. The total cost on the project is $572,138. The 3-ton units and 4-ton units, they're saying we're looking at about a 2-month. Our bigger units, when it comes to the 15-ton and the 17.5-ton, those are about 24 weeks out. So what they will do is they'll bring in as many as they can at one time, and then they'll install those, and then we'll collect a whole bunch of them again, and then install those again. So we don't want to receive 2 units, have them come out here, install, a month later come back and install 2 more units. So we're working with Schaefer Services. They're the ones that do the maintenance on the units currently. So this was their recommendation. The units are about, I believe they told us 13 years old. And your average lifespan on them is anywhere from 12 to 18 years. So we're like right at it right now. I know some of you already, so Selena Guerrero has been hired with the city as the event center manager. She will start with us on May 1st. Selena comes with a background in customer service, marketing, and property management. So we're excited to have her with us and to join our team, and we think she'll do great things out here, with the building. So she'll be working alongside Ruth, and Ruth will kind of show her the way and get her trained. So when you see the new face, that's why it's here. But we'll all be working closely with her to kind of get her on track. She'll meet with the finance department to understand her budget, and then of course we'll go over all of the events that are planned. Right now, the place is pretty much booked for the rest of the year. That includes your ballroom, that includes your gym, that includes even during the week, this place is being rented. You have companies coming in wanting to do meetings, trainings, stuff like that. The schools come in usually about midsummer to late summer, and they start doing their welcome back for teachers and stuff like that. So we've had schools reach back out and book with us for that. We've had some organizations that have gone as far as signing 3-year contracts with us because they want to make sure to secure their date. If you all walked in, when you noticed Ducks Unlimited is here, they have their event tomorrow evening here. Last weekend we had the Wilson County Historical Society hold an Opry here, and that went well too. We are planning a Cinco de Mayo festival. Last year was the first year we did it. It was kind of just let's try it and see how it goes, and it went a lot better than what we thought it would go. So we're giving it another shot this year. So we're kind of doing the same thing that we did last year. We'll have it on Cinco de Mayo, which falls on a Friday. We're moving everything inside this year. The only thing we'll keep outside is our food vendors. We're gonna have a train for the kids. ESD number 5, that's fire department. They have contacted us and told us that they will be here as well, so they'll have the fire truck here. We'll put bounce houses outside for the kids. We'll have face painting. We'll have the balloon art people. We're having mariachis from 6 to 7, karaoke from 7 to 9, and then a DJ from 9 to 11. It is free admission, so share it with your family, friends, and the community, and we hope for another successful event. We have slowly started working the 4th of July event. We are going to do it on July 1st this year, so we can keep it on a Saturday. I think July 4th fell like right in the middle of the week, so they kind of wanted to avoid doing anything right in the middle of the week and kind of give families that opportunity to still travel if they wanted to. So as soon as I get past Cinco de Mayo, and now that we have Selena here, we'll hit the ground running with 4th of July so that we can plan, something big as well. We will only do a 1-day event this year. I know last year they tried to do a 2-day event and it didn't work out so well, so we will do just a 1-day event. So if you have anyone that's interested in being a vendor, whether it's a food vendor or a market style vendor, send them our way or send them here. That way they can get more information. Other than that, that's all I have.
Do we have the fireworks?
We do have the fireworks secured for July 1st. I believe they did them rather late last year. I want to say it was about 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Yeah, and had a lot of complaint about it.
Yeah, so
The last 2 years, and the complaint is we would like to bring our kids, but we
Yes.
don't do it till 11 o'clock at
No,
night.
so we are doing them at 9 o'clock this year. The firework display will be at 9 p.m.
Monica, are we gonna have lights outside?
For
For
Cinco de Mayo. So we are working with a local contractor to see if they will donate one of the tower lights.
Okay.
If not, then we'll most likely rent one, because I know that was one of the big issues last year too, was the lighting of it.
Right, with the kids in the bounce
Yeah.
house and stuff.
So we will have something out there.
Okay, awesome.
Any other questions? No?
Okay. I noticed we have a window broken up here.
We do have a window broken. That occurred sometime over the weekend. When staff came in on Monday, they found it. They have got in contact with Easton Glass.
It was done probably Friday or Saturday. I didn't notice it Friday, but I did notice it, I believe on Saturday.
Okay, so we did contact them, and the order has been placed, so we're working to get that repaired as soon as possible.
It's not out. I mean, but it's shattered.
Yeah.
It's still sitting in the window. Have we made any progress with the 4-H or youth groups on the?
No, so we, Johnny Varial, which is our Public Works Director, he is friends with an individual, and I cannot remember his name right now. They do a lot of, they're called play dates for the youth when it comes to roping arenas and different activities that go on with that. So we have something scheduled to meet with him and his partners soon, because they want to come out and do something out there. And we've talked about, him being able to lead us in the right direction, to have somebody out there that kind of puts on, a regular type of event to where the kids know, hey, on Thursdays I can go to the roping arena because they have stuff going on out there. So that is something that we are working on.
Anybody got any questions they'd like to?
One thing, with the arena, I was sent, somebody that rented it, sent me a video, and they didn't have any trash cans out there for them during their roping, so I don't know if that was just that they were forgotten about.
There might have been, because we have our poly carts from Republic, and they're usually placed out there whenever we know there is an event going on.
So they were, like, the video, there was like none in the, I guess, the close area, and then like she was walking, and there was like one, like really, a blue one, like far.
Okay.
So I don't
Okay.
know, that was just the only thing that I've been.
Okay, so,
So I don't know.
yeah, I'll get with staff, and they're usually pretty good about it because, it's.
Well, it was the same weekend as the Aaron Traub thing, so that just made me wonder, like, okay, maybe
so they
that-
might have pulled stuff from over there too.
yeah.
And didn't get it out there, okay. Yeah, because usually whenever somebody has it rented, it's a process. We have to get Public Works out here to drag the arena and the fire department out to spray the arena for us and stuff like that. So, and usually that includes putting out all the poly carts as well. But I'll remind them of it, that way we don't run into those issues.
Okay, any other questions? Concerns or anything like that?
I guess one thing, I guess we can fall here under like repairs. I noticed that they have knocked down the swallow's nest in the front now. I guess because they're kind of in transition, but they are building again. Are they going, what's the plan? to
So,
prevent them from
they
going back?
They suggested some type of spray. They first told us to paint it blue, and that didn't work. So now there's some type of spray that they have ordered. It has been ordered. We're just waiting on it to come in before we can try to do something. I'm not sure if you all have seen what the HEB area has done. They put a netting like all underneath.
Yeah.
So we're also looking at pricing for that. Because it's not just here up front, we have them on the patio side as well. Yeah.
I remember just putting the plastic snakes out here.
And they used to work, but they don't work anymore.
It sure scared a lady in here one day. She walked out and saw that snake on the thing. I thought she was gonna go crazy out there.
I set off my cameras all the time.
Okay.
I get notice of our.
If nothing else,
Our
I will
cameras.
move on to B, discussion and possible action relating to the vacancy. I guess we've already taken
Yep.
care of that. Welcome aboard. Discussion and possible action related to concession pricing and policies. We've had multiple discussions on this, and we've never done anything about it. Every once in a while, people tell me that our pricing is low. Other times, people say, well, it's just so expensive. So I don't know where you go with this, but our concession pricing, our beer pricing and stuff like that is something that we need to take a look at.
Okay.
Yeah, because for fight night, I think it was a combination of things. I mean, we ran out of inventory early, right? So that either tells you that we were priced too low, people were just buying way more than what they would normally buy, or our inventory was just off as well. So that
And
was,
when was that?
a complaint.
That's a five.
Whatever fight night was, like 2 months ago.
Okay, so, and actually that night, the beer was sold at $5 a cup. And when we usually sell it at the $4, and we stocked on inventory and it sold.
This was nachos, this was.
Okay, you're
this
talking
was
about concession stuff.
concessions, mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
They had nachos?
They ran a concession too.
they did.
I heard they didn't have any food. I
No.
heard they had like popcorn
It just
and.
went really quick.
Okay. That was one of the
I wanna say
complaints
there
I
was-
got, is that there wasn't any food,
I wanna
like
say there was
hot
like 9
dogs or.
fights. I think by fight 6, they were
already
out.
gone.
Yeah.
And I heard the lines were very long too.
The lines were, and honestly, so when it comes to stuff like that, your beer lines kind of take longer because you're having to pour everything into a plastic cup.
Right.
We do the best we can, you
Who's
know.
responsible for the alcohol audit now?
So the way it runs now is everything is put into the square that we use now for any transactions. So when the inventory comes in, that inventory is placed into the square. So then the finance department can see it and they match it to what's being sold and what's still left in the inventory when inventory is done at the end of your event.
Okay, we need to make sure that that's available out here,
Yes, Ruth has a copy in her office of the inventory.
because they will audit it.
Yes, Ruth has a copy of the inventory.
Any other items you'd like to bring up under that? Okay, we'll move on to item D. Update discussion about possible action related to events at the center and/or property for fiscal year 2023 to include upcoming Cinco de Mayo, and you kind of briefed us on that, and the 4th of July. I noticed we lost, or we didn't have either of the both or Floresville proms this year.
That is correct. I know there's one prom next weekend. I don't remember what school it is though.
I do know that the kids did not like the prom in San Antonio. They did not like the venue. It was too small, so they might be back. But that's been, I have a senior that works for me, and
Okay.
she said that they did not like it, so they
Yeah.
wish that they had done it here.
Who chose that?
Well, because of what
Last
happened
year.
last year with
With
the
the AC.
air conditioners.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they decided
They
to,
used the Sky Room, I think.
Yes.
the word.
Yeah.
And that's having been responsible for the prom in the past, I've done it there.
yeah.
And we used to do it at La Vita.
Yeah, my junior prom was La Vita, my senior prom was at the Sky Room.
Right.
And I think the Sky Room was probably okay for our size of graduating class,
But it's
like
grown.
20 years ago, but
Yeah,
now like
not
700-800
now.
kids, it's not
Yeah.
big enough. So she said it was super crowded, and they kept saying like, oh, this view, and she was like, there wasn't a view, I don't know.
Well-
Maybe buildings got built or something, I'm not sure.
The view is on that one end down there.
Uh-huh.
You can see San Antonio
Yeah.
if it's a decent day.
But maybe we can talk to the school.
Yeah,
think that
and see
Let
about
them
bringing
know
them
how to
back.
fix
One of
the
the
air
keys to
conditioners and all
that
that,
is
and get them to come back.
Parents do not like their kids going to San Antonio.
Yeah, that was tough for me, because I've got a freshman and a junior that were both there this year.
And that was the big thing about
Long
moving
night.
here, was that the parents really pushed it, because even though some of them do go to San Antonio to eat, but they come back here, and they're not there late at night.
My employees, their group, they went to eat at a steakhouse, and the parents went and ate at the same steakhouse. Like, they went to San Antonio and like kind of followed them,
So, what we can do is we can visit
Yeah.
with the surrounding schools and the school here and see what we can do to see about bringing them back.
It's nice that we have them here, and I think we need to encourage that type of thing. I know East Central uses our place for their faculty meetings at the beginning of the year and stuff like that, and that's just local stuff that we can do for people here.
Will East Central still do that because now they have their own, like, performing arts?
I don't know what they're going to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
The problem that they have with the performing arts thing, it's not really set up for that type of a meeting.
Yeah.
And and they do more than just the general, they also have a principals meeting and all at the beginning of so I would like to see if we can maintain that relationship with them.
Yeah, the AC in this room is, I think this
On
is
point, right?
It's working.
Yeah.
It's running.
Ice box in here.
Are those on, have we got the computer hookup on those?
They're working on that as well.
Okay.
That's all part of it.
That's a real handy thing. We can turn the computers on from home.
Yep.
Oh,
You'll be able to, or
You can
whoever
adjust them
take it, you can
from, I
adjust-
have city halls on my phone. That's how we control it, yeah.
And you can also say, I want it to come on I want it to be a certain temperature at a certain time.
Yep.
And it'll program when it's supposed to come on to keep it at that temperature. But
Yeah. No, we're working on that. That's all part of the upgrade.
the building, just for your information, the building was originally designed to be sectioned off where it would be zone controlled. That's why there's 20 units up there. And then they abandoned the zone idea and left the air conditioners alone. So that's why we have 20 of them up there. That means they have to have the filters changed and all that, and it's a pretty good maintenance job. And I think
Schaefer does that for us. Mhm.
Now, the other thing we need to be conscious of is the tree. I mentioned this to Monica
Yes.
the other day. Our 450-year-old tree out here is a money-making object for us. We've always made good money off of the rental of the patio for weddings, receptions, and things like that. And I hope we can do some stuff during the summer. We used to have concerts out there, and that was a nice thing. And people would come. I know Crystal Franklin and Charlie used to play out there at night sometimes, and stuff like that. People would come out and have a leisurely evening. We had 100 people out there sometimes. But that tree has to be maintained. And it's a live oak tree, and as most of you know, with live oak trees, branches will come off of it. They'll just fall. And I think the San Antonio Zoo had an incident with that. And we need to be conscious of that, because not only we need to take care of the tree, but we need to make sure it doesn't have any dead limbs and things like that. And,
We have to get an arborist to come out and look at that tree.
Okay.
So that's what, our public works director is actually looking for one to come out.
and we have
and-
another one down here at the athletic
At the
field.
sports complex.
And it's about the same age. So we need to be conscious of that and make sure we get that done, because I don't want a tree falling on somebody.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't want to lose the tree either. One of the problems with the tree is that there's brick all the way around it. And when they came out here the last time, they pulled some of those bricks up so it'd have a larger area. But we're going through a very dry season this year, and it does need to be watered and fed. So we need to, I think we need to do something, make sure it gets taken care of.
Yeah, because I would think that heat penetrating through the brick cannot be good on the root
Yeah.
system of that tree.
Yeah. And what they did, they just widened it out around that tree. And then put the fence around. It didn't used to have a fence, but we put the fence around it. And we had kids would climb on the tree.
Mm.
And not only was it dangerous for the kids, but the tree too.
Yeah.
So we not get anything.
Anyone have anything else?
Are y'all gonna need help at the Cinco de Mayo? Like,
We're always looking for.
if I'm free, I'll come by if I'm free.
Okay.
I'll come afterward, because it's later.
You're really gonna put me to work that
Last time I came to help, they made me MC.
Oh.
I will not be doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else that would fall under the agenda?
I guess just related to item D, as far as like budgeting goes, how is that determined? I mean, is there a set like budget for a particular event like this?
There
or
is,
What budget
so
does it come out of?
Cinco de Mayo, there is, Cinco de Mayo had, I believe, a $5,000 budget, and then of course, any type of sponsorships that we get goes towards that as well. 4th of July, I believe, is 20,000.
Okay.
And then of course, any other sponsorships that we get as well as on that. And we kind of just, depending on how when we sit down during our budget workshops, we start in June, depending on how the event went, what the expenses were, what the revenue was, it kind of helps us determine where we should be at with the budget.
Okay. And does that fall under this particular budget? or
Yes, it does.
For the city?
It falls under the 4A budget.
Okay.
They used to give us $50,000 for events,
Yep,
and we can spend it more or less how we
yep. They really cut back on it though.
want to.
Remember, like at one of our first meetings?
We did have them,
There was
some of you
that
may have read in the
thing that we
paper,
talked
or
Like how much each event was gonna get.
Greg was there,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
about planning meeting we had a couple of weeks ago with the city council and the FEDC. And we talked about each venue and everything from the con park to all of the different venues that we have and what needed to be done to
Whether it's
Improvement.
upgrade.
and upgrade and get them more active. One of the things that I pointed out to them, probably the thing I noticed, is that we seem to do better when we have multiple activities going on at one time. If we have one activity out here, it is usually fairly well attended. But when we have more activities, people that are at the baseball field, if they see there's something going on here, they'll come here. If they see there's something going on in the park next door or something like that, they will come to each and see what's going on at each one. It helps our vendors and things like that we have here. We have to protect our vendors. If they come and don't sell anything, they're less likely to be excited about coming next year. So I would like to see us involve more activities at one time at the venue. I think a good opportunity for that would be like at the powwow we had here in October or August, I can't remember, it's in that area. We had a lot of people here for that. But if we'd had something going on at the arena at the same time, or something going on at the amphitheater, whatever, that would greatly increase the influx of people to the event. And I really think that that's something we need to look at. Cinco de Mayo is a great thing to have, but what if we had, you know, a baseball tournament or something else going along with it that would draw people? You'd probably have some people wander down to see what's going on at the baseball field. You'd probably have people doing a chili cook-off or something like that here. So I would encourage us to look at multiple events at one time. Any other thoughts?
There's that weather alert.
I know,
Everybody's getting that weather alert.
Well, anyway, I have nothing else on the agenda. So if no one has anything else, we can have a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor? We are over.
All right, thank y'all so much. It was nice meeting everyone.
Nice meeting you. What was your name?
And tell Cindy, I was
Selena
wondering
with a
why.
C or with a
With a C, C-E.